truly amazing. So easy, so versatile, so easy to come together. Not much cooking skill, low and slow, bang. On the table, bacon floodies. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. We're going to the northeast of England. And I don't just mean the northeast, I mean the north of England, Yorkshire up. All the north know this recipe. Now it is starting to become a forgotten recipe. People still make it. We're going to make bacon floodies. We're making floodies. We're going to do it two ways. We're going to use raw potato and we're going to use mashed potato. This mashed potato has been mashed, no butter, no milk. However, you can make this with leftover mashed potato. This version is basically a grated potato. We just grate the potato and then we're going to salt this water, leave it for about 5 minutes, drain it through a tea towel until it is wrung out. So we got that going on in there, and we're going in with a little bit of salt. We're going to give that a stir around. Now this is going to release the starches from into this water. Let's not splash into that mashed potato. We're going to give it a little minute. Now you could rinse this, or you could just put a tea towel and you chuck all the potato in and you wring it out. It's entirely up to you. So that's going to be done two ways. Now, bacon. We're making bacon floodies. Now, there's twice the amount of bacon. You pick the recipe you want from the description, whether you want to use mashed potato or you want to use raw potato. This is streaky end bacon, what we call streaky end. Okay, a bit of fat on there because I want to use the fat in the cooking. And all I've done is taken the bacon and chopped it through with scissors. So there you go, bacon ready for frying. So it's grab yourself a pan, get your flame on. You don't need any oil. Well, you can put oil in if you want. You don't really need it, you know. We want to use the fats from the bacon. I missed a couple there, look. Fabulous. Now floodies then, a little bit about floodies. There'll be a little bit in the description as usual. So a little bit about floodies then. They're a northeast of England really, you know, and they go, or they're a northern British dish really. Now well, I don't know how it came around, and you know, there's probably various forms of history to it. But I would imagine it came around as a simplistic way to put a little bit of something together, serve it up with some egg or whatever, and you've got a breakfast. Now, is this the forerunner to the hash brown? No idea. So it's like a thick bacon dropped or griddle scone, really. You know, and that type of cooking is around all over Wales, Ireland, everywhere, you know, Scotland. It's everywhere in the British Isles, and then it was taken around the world. So drop scones and things are everywhere, griddle cakes, various versions, various ingredients. So the rustic, the savoury, I mean, they're incredibly satisfying actually. Especially with a splurge of HP brown sauce or even ketchup, you know, chuck an egg on, anything like that, even cheese on top of the bacon floodie, absolutely fantastic. These things can be frozen too, so you know, you can bring them out, microwave them, fry yourself an egg, chuck it on there, or put some cheese on, shove it under the grill, grill the cheese on the top. Wow, delicious. There's nothing gourmet about this. It's savoury, it's satisfying, it's fantastic. And when you come to fry, you know, the traditional way, Chuck in some lard with some bacon fat and off you go. But you can cook with butter or oil or anything, it's entirely up to you. It's one of those fantastic, easy to adapt recipes, and it just takes me back to my youth. I love it. So sharing is caring. If you like the video or you love the channel, a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. 79% watching these videos are not subscribed. There you go, just a couple of minutes and look at that delicious bacon fat. That is perfect. Right, what we're going to do is take the bacon out, put it to one side, and we are going to put the fat in a little tub. Two lots of bacon, and you have got to try both. Both the same. Potato, we need to drain that and wring it out. Tea towel, potato in there. And we'll do it over the bowl. Then you can see. Give it a wringing. Quite a lot of fluid gone. Our potato, that is wrung out beautifully. There you go. Now basically I've got two lots of flour, both the same. Okay, and obviously the ingredients are in the description. So we've got our potato, we've got our bacon, got our fat. Whew, clear a space. Now people do this a completely different way. You get various versions of making a floodie. Now some people crack the egg and black pepper, salt, flour all in there and mix it all in. I'm going to make a batter. It's the same ingredients, but we're going to make the batter and put the potato in the batter. So in here, we've got our flour, a little bit of salt in both, or a little bit of black pepper in both. This is baking powder, this is milk, and this is an egg. And we are just going to bring that in to a fairly stodgy batter. Now the thing is with this, you can make it a bit thinner by adding a bit more milk or a bit of water if it's too thick, like this is. Now I've opted for water here and not milk. The water is going to help evaporate and crisp up the batter. Just a little bit more in, ooh, a little bit more in there, he says. Oh, chucking it all in. So just give it a mix round. We do not want any clumps of flour in there. There you go. That's one to one side. Making a mess everywhere, look, as per usual. So we're on with this one. Okay, there you go, 2 lots of batter. I think that is slightly thinner than that, but not to worry, there you go, job done. Now this is open to season of choice. You know, you could put anything in there. If you want to put chili flakes in or anything like that, up to you. So in here, potato. Now I do it this way because the batter goes all the way around and we have no chance of having raw flour. And in here, mashed potato. In here, bacon. In here, bacon. And it is literally a mix-in. That's all it is. There you go. One mixed up, onto the other one. This is the raw potato. There we go. Job done. 2 lots of floodie made up, one with a raw potato, one with the mashed potato, ready to go. Let's get cooking. So we're going to go in there with some bacon fat and butter. These were traditionally cooked on a griddle scones. So if you have a griddle, you know, you're well in there. But if you don't have a griddle, you're cooking it in a pan like this. Non-stick pan preferably, it's a lot easier. Turn your flame down low. There is no rush on cooking these. We want to try and cook them through, especially the raw potato. We've got to be able to cook it through. Now you can be very posh and you can put a ring in here and put your mix in the ring. Make it completely round, that's entirely up to you. And we don't want to make them too big obviously, so we're going to go one at that side like that. Give it a little pat down. I'm going to go another one at this side, a little pat down. And then we're coming in for that cooked mashed potato. I'm going to do another mashed potato on this side. Now it really is a low and slow. We've got to cook all that contents all the way around there, you know. Now it's going to be about 3 to 5 minutes to cook that. Flip it over, 3 to 5 minutes. Out, serve hot or keep warm. Up to you. Okay, when you've had about 3 minutes, you can go 5 minutes, but what we're going to do is turn these and we might turn them back again. So in there, let's have a look. Oh, they're getting there, look. Fabulous. Now this is one of the raw potato ones. Yep, that one's a bit more. You see, we've only turning them at about 3 minutes and it's on low and slow. So 3 to 5 minutes each side. So we're looking for cooked and a little bit of colour. Oh, they're sensational. That is exactly what we want. Oh, fabulous. So we just need to be turning them back again, I reckon. Oh, look at that for colour. That's what we're after. That is superb. Oh, not enough colour on this one. We might have to swap them in the pan, actually. Oh, yes, please. Oh, look at these things. Absolutely sensational. Check for colour. Oh, look at those. Now, these are the ones with a mashed potato. So these are completely cooked all the way through. We don't have a worry about these ones. Not a problem. They're ready to come out. Now, you can put this on kitchen towel if you so wish. I'm not going to bother. I'm not bothered if it's got a little bit of fat on. We're not trying to drain anything off there. Look at them. They're perfect. These are the raw potato ones. So that one looks fine. Just make sure you've got a little bit of colour on there. And then we'll go in with some more. Except this time, we're going to make a posh floodie. We're going to put a ring in. Just to show you how you can do it for a restaurant or even be posh at home. But these are how I like it. Like this. Posh floodie coming up. A little bit of that bacon. Grease in there. A little bit of that butter in there. Now, if you're making a posh one, you take a ring. You take a little bit of butter and you rub it round the inside of the ring. Of course you do. A little bit of oil on there, look. Put your ring in the middle like that. And then you take your mix in there. Now I'm going to go for a thick one on this one. It's going to be super duper floodie, this one. Now don't cook it high. You still cook it low and slow. We've got to cook out that flour in there, you know. Now this might be a little bit too thick, but hey, we're not worried. So it's just the same. We want to be turning that over, obviously. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Just push that back in there. That's come up. And there is our posh Floodie. And I mean very posh. You don't see them anywhere. But you know, you're not running a restaurant. Nice and steady, cook through. Then we take the ring off. And we might flip it back again. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, when you think you've got your Floodie a little bit of a colour on the other side, we got to get that ring off there. There you go. Beautiful posh restaurant style Floodie. Nice bit of colour. I'm going to flip that back. Okay, that's looking fabulous. Right, in the interest of the video being too long, I'm going to cook this mix like this afterwards. Let's crack on. So, out with that Floodie. Look at that. That is perfect. Come on. You know it's got to be done. That looks absolutely sensational. That's our bacon Floodie. Okay, our bacon Floodie then. We're in. We're in. I can't wait. Look at that. Oh, that is sensational. A little bit of that egg on there, look. Let's swap over. Come on. Okay, we got another egg on here, look. We know it's a runny egg. We've just cooked it. These Floodies then. This is more like a restaurant quality. Come on, look at the size of that thing. These are home quality. This is mashed potato. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. This is the raw potato. Look at that. It's cooked absolutely perfectly. Oh yeah. And it's whatever you like. Do you like ketchup? Do you like brown sauce? And when we say brown sauce, it's HP. I'm going to splurge a little bit of HP on there, look. Just look at those. That is sensational. Now, the two styles that we're covering today, we're covering the raw potato, the mashed potato. We're thrown in like a restaurant quality one. We're not really bothered about the restaurant quality one. Some of you might want to put it in a ring and make it like that, make it look a bit posh. Home cooked. Raw potato, mashed potato, two ways. Absolutely sensational. And you know, you can even eat it with just butter on. Oh. Truly, truly amazing. So easy, so versatile, so easy to come together. Not much cooking skill. Low and slow, bang. On the table, bacon Floodies, if you like what we're doing. Share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make bacon Floodies. And you know, I'll be interested to know if bacon Floodies are worldwide and not just the north of England. I was growing up on them, you know. They're common for me, but not common for others. And if you do like what we're doing, it's a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.